Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing a recipe for baked macaroni and cheese. Now to get started, here are the ingredients I will be using. Here I have some elbows macaroni, I have some sour cream, I'll be using some Colby Jack cheese, some mozzarella cheese, I have here some cheddar cheese, I also will be using some Monterey Jack cheese and some more cheddar cheese. I have some heavy whipping cream, some butter, sweetened condensed milk. I have 2 eggs. I have some mustard. I have some green onions, black pepper, seasoned salt, 1 chicken cube, paprika, complete seasoning, garlic salt, onion powder. Let's get started. So the first thing I'll do is boil my macaroni, and I will be seasoning the water first. I will add that 1 cube and mix well. Then I will add the macaroni and allow them to boil until they are tender. While this boils, I will go ahead and shred my cheese. Next, I'll add the butter to the hot macaroni because I want the butter to melt. Then I will add my sour cream and I will add my seasonings to flavor this up a bit, because the last thing you want is a bland, tasteless macaroni and cheese. And even though we flavored up our water with the cube, we still need to add layers of flavor to our macaroni. So we'll add in the seasonings. And guys, basically what we are doing here is adding all of the ingredients that I mentioned, in the beginning of the video that I introduced to you guys. We are adding all those ingredients directly to the macaroni. I do not make a roux. I don't use flour in my macaroni and cheese, and I don't melt my cheese before I add it. So I add all of my ingredients here. I just don't like that pasty feeling in my mouth from the flour. So I don't use that method. And we will mix this up. And next we will add in, what I did was I mixed the heavy whipping cream and the eggs together. That will use as a custard to bind everything together. And as you see me add my mustard here, the mustard adds a nice tanginess to the macaroni and cheese that I love. And in case you're wondering with the sweetened condensed milk if it's going to be sweet, if it's going to make the macaroni and cheese sweet, no, it will not make it sweet. It acts as a balance agent. Like you see sometimes when people make desserts and they put a little bit of salt in that sweet dessert, that is used to balance out those sweet flavors. It just brings out the flavors more from, whatever you're making. And the same for when you're making a savory dish like macaroni and cheese, you add a little bit of sugar. But I am adding some sweetened condensed milk in place of the sugar, just to balance out all the savory flavors of the cheese. Then I will add the eggs and the heavy whipping cream. That's the custard mixture that I made. And, I will just keep adding all of the ingredients till everything is well incorporated. Now, guys, if you feel like when you're mixing your stuff up, it needs something more, you can go right ahead and add it in. Whatever you think your dish needs, you could add more or whatever. Every recipe was made to be modified to your preference and your liking. And you will see me adding some more milk here. I will add milk, not heavy whipping cream, because I felt like the heavy whipping cream was a bit too thick and it needed something to, you know, water it down a bit. So I added a little bit of milk, and yeah, that's how you make your stuff. You add whatever you feel you need. If you need a little bit more or whatever, you don't ever follow a recipe to a T. Sometimes there's stuff in there you don't like. You can omit that. You don't have to put everything that the person is adding in their recipe, and it will still taste good. You know, at least it will taste the way you like it, and that's awesome. So at the end here, I will just add in my, you know, green onions, because I love green onions inside of my mac and cheese. It gives it an extra lift. Like, you know, it just, the smell of the onions is just perfect. Now, this method of mac and cheese, the way I'm doing it here, it isn't that appealing when you're mixing it up. It doesn't look gooey and, you know, all, you know, yummy like the ones where you melt the cheese first. You know, those cheese are melted first, so that's why they look that way. This one, it doesn't look that way now, but the magic is in the end. This is one of those things where you gotta wait for it. You know that saying, wait for it? Well, this is the wait for it kind of mac and cheese. In the end, you will see the magic, and it is just amazing. Simply amazing. Now, what I'll do next is transfer this to my baking dish. Then I will layer it with some cheddar cheese. We just only want the yellow cheddar on top. And then we will cover it with some tin foil and place it into an oven of 375 Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes. Then I'll show you guys what's next. After about 45 minutes, this is how our mac and cheese is looking. Now we will bump our heat up to 400 degrees, put this back into the oven uncovered so that it could become golden brown. So after about 1 hour total, our mac and cheese is done, and we will allow this to cool off a little before I dig into it and show you guys the magic. And now for the good part. Let's do a drum roll. Look at all that cheese. My God, this is good. I can't wait. Okay guys, so this is my delicious recipe for a baked macaroni and cheese. I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I will leave all the ingredients and measurements down in the description box, and I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy!